bit different this year. Usually we do kind of a funny game, and we wanted to get the whole school involved this year. So instead of a funny game, we chose to do a game called Mr. and Mrs. Wonderful. This is basically the same thing as court, but it's for our teachers and our staff. So we had 4 buckets, Monday and Tuesday. The whole school voted. We counted them Tuesday night, and we came up with our court. They gave us some intro cards, and now we get to announce the winners tonight. So it should be a little bit fun for you guys. We try to make it a little amusing, so feel free to laugh along.
The homecoming teacher court.
So, by request, oh my stars, here comes Mr. Moore and Mrs. Carrico for Crying Sideways. They're our first couple.
After that, traumatic experience TV shows such as Big Brother, The Amazing Race, Survivor, and Dancing with the Stars. You can always find Mr. Moore pushing students to the limit and giving inspirational quotes. Miss Carrico is the choir teacher and homecoming singer here in North Nebraska. She is married to Travis and has 2 children, Jenna and Jace. She enjoys living on the beach or in her dreams, that is. However, in real life, she loves to make singing fun for her students, but gets slightly irritated if they don't like her song choices. If you have ever driven by her house, you would know she has a weird obsession with flowers. Although she was born and raised in Limbo Soleil, Hawk territory, she is now crossed to better side and says she will forever please spread for the Warhawks.
Our next couple is Mr. Groom and Mrs. Sellers. Mr. Groom is our industrial technology teacher. He is otherwise known as Mr. Grow, and bear with me, this is what he put. Otherwise known as Mr. Shop, otherwise known as Mr. Shop Guy, otherwise known as Mr. Every Other Teacher, otherwise known as Mr. Dirty Hands, otherwise known as Mr. Dirty Clothes, otherwise known as Mr. Coach, and otherwise known as Mr. Bus Driver. Mr. Groom enjoys building giraffe sculptures, geocaching, collecting bird feathers, practicing his yoga skills, running in circles, and shopping for the latest trends. He also told me that his life motto was, I have nothing to wear. Mrs. Sellers has taught English at NM for 5 years now. In her spare time, she enjoys to read, watch movies, creep on people's Facebook profiles, and to give her students the famous stink eye. She is known as mom to many of her students, few of which are seniors this year, Mr. Jacob Wortel. She loves to pet lizards and to collect exotic kinds of food. She is looking forward to finishing her library degree in December, and her life motto is Dale, no power tools. Our next couple is Mr. Ray and Ms. Martin. Mr. Wonderful has been a Calvin Klein model for over 20 years. He has been named Conference Selection of Mr. Wonderful a total of 3 times. All-State Mr. Wonderful twice. and that the ladies in the office put him on a pedestal and wish that they could be more like him. He also shared with me that he has helped Mr. Malone develop the rock-hard body that he has. He even got him a job as a double for Arnold Schwarzenegger. His greatest reward has been helping Pee Wee Herman Arrett to lead his love of acting for a career of teaching and coaching football for NN. And he adds, Mr. Arrett, you are most welcome. I'm going to add before I go on with Ms. Martin that I am a professional Spanish speaker, so bear with me. A señorita Martín va a intentar hablar en 5 idiomas diferentes durante las clases de español. La tarea que no está terminada y hablar con sus amigos. En su tiempo libre le gusta escribir las lecciones, correr la carrera, y por supuesto viajar. Or, in case you didn't get that, because I barely did, that Ms. Martin teaches Spanish, and she has enjoyed speaking 5 different languages during Spanish class. Her assignments not done on time are always a thrill for her. Especially today. Oh, of course, definitely. She loves to talk to her friends, and in her free time she loves to write lesson plans, correct papers, and travel. She also shared with us that she loves to breed pet slugs, and currently has 7 grand champion albino show slugs. Mr. Malone is one of our history teachers at North Manasca and is married to his wonderful wife, Roy, who adores him beyond belief. He enjoys his family and also all types of aerobic exercise. He enjoys his family and also all types of aerobic exercises and endurance training. He is currently training to run the Boston Marathon. He is sure he could run it twice in the same day. He is highly sensitive individual and often revert back to his inner self for reflection upon those things that matter most to him. He loves his school and practices his announcer voice in the mirror while getting ready for work. Of course, no one could look quite as good as him, except for maybe his hair. Mrs. Timmons is again a new addition to our school. She teaches ag education and is the FFA advisor. She informed us that she is an especially gifted napper and a self-proclaimed bacon connoisseur. In her free time, she enjoys competitive beatboxing, eating tenderloins as large as her face, and also is an avid collector of dust bunnies. Ms. Timmons noted that she is loving her time here in North Manhasset and also that we are the best people she has ever met. Now, Ms. Timmons, you're too kind. Mrs. Rob. Mr. Smith is one of our science teachers at NM, and of course is thrilled to be on a court for Mr. and Mrs. Wonderful. He enjoys riding his horse Snowflake along the beach. He is an avid quilting person. He enjoys water polo competition. And he also loves to collect old stamps. Most importantly, though, he likes to watch the Home Shopping Network and admits that he may have found a few or more presents for his fiancée there. Be quiet about that. She doesn't know. Mr. Smith easily gets along with everyone and tries to make science interesting for his students. Students have commented that they like him for his good humor, which of course is a good trait to have, especially when dealing with his partner, Mrs. Robb. Just kidding, we love her. I promise. We do love Mrs. Robb, who is married to her wonderful husband, Alan. She has one daughter and 4 awesome grandchildren. She animatedly told us that her grandsons bring pure joy to her life, and she also loves to spend much time with her family. 4-weekly, camping with friends, swimming in ponds, and fishing are some of her favorite outdoor activities. She loves to read and have pizza eating competitions with her coworkers. She also noted that 2 of her favorite joys during the school day are having fun in the MRC and, of course, listening to the sound of all of the beautiful students' voices talking loudly in unison. It's gotta be the best part of your day, Mrs. Robb. Everybody participated. I just wanted to say this is the first year that we did this, and I hope that this is a new tradition. It's kind of fun. It's silly. Hopefully they enjoy it as much as we do. So now we'd like to announce our 2013. Mr. Wonderful is Mr. Malone.